G'day guys, Tiny here from Offtap Brewing. Just enjoying a, I can see BV, but it's probably VB to you guys, who knows. And this is my second and a half one, so yeah, they're kicking me right in the ass. Just out in my little shed area, and I'm just checking out my crash chilling. I'm actually crash chilling this beer, guys. This one here, I've now set it to crash chill, and there are one of those is my beer on beer yeast, and one is a dry pitch yeast, and you can quite clearly see the difference between those two. And they finished within probably 3 days of each other, which is good. And I've got over here, I've got a lager fridge, and I'm actually brewing a lager in there with some strawberry melon hop lager, which smells absolutely fantastic. Like, fuck, if a scratcho vision on a fridge, seriously, that thing there, I cannot wait till it's ready. I've done some serious experimenting with that hop, and whew, it smells great. Cheers. But what's going on with these temperature probes things? I've got them on my fridges. I've got them on every fridge that I do anything with. I've got them on mash pots. I've got ones on my sparge water pot. I've got my Brewmeister comes with a big box on the bottom, and it's got them inbuilt into the system. I buy them pretty cheaply. These ones were quite expensive actually before I actually started like looking around and understanding what I was doing and realizing that these are just fish tank aquarium temperature probes, and you shouldn't pay any more than like $12 or $14 for them. Don't like get all caught up in this STC. You know, you don't need to pay the extra $20 to have an STC when you can pay $13 to have a generic exactly the same thing with that STC on it. So yeah, these ones are Mashmaster controllers, and they are Mashmaster fridge mates, which you grandfather users out there would know as these are the ones on your brew pots, but these are the ones that are printed here in Brisbane and blah 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 blah. And you know what, guys, I just look up Mashmaster fridge mate and I get a PDF on how to run these things, and I can see all the parameters I can set. But this is just another tool in my arsenal of brewing, like my Brewmeister is a tool, like my mash tun is a tool, like my pumps are tools, like my mash paddle is a tool, like my brew software is a tool. I must be able to trust everything that I use. I must be able to say my pot is full with 50 litres. Why? Because I've actually tested it. Before I started brewing and before I started like putting shit in there, I actually put liquid water in, and I did say liquid water, guys. I did say the two things at the same time. I put water in there. I calibrated my pot. I put marks on the side of my mash paddle. If you've known my videos, you've seen that shit. I ground in measurements. I use maths to say, okay, every such and such a centimeter, that's 5 litres, and I ground those in there, and I've tested it, and then it all worked out. So I trust my mash paddle in my 80 litre pot and my 150 litre pot. I've got both increments on there. My Brewmeister has basic increments in there, but with mathematics I can work out, and I have a stainless steel 60 centimeter ruler, which I know I can put in, and I can measure the liquid, and I know how many litres I got. I can trust that. I can trust my mash paddle, my pots. I can trust my Brewmeister. I can also trust my temperature units, these cheap ass units, the ones I get, the Mashmaster ones here that were really expensive, and yeah, I took a hit in the ass with them because fuck me dead. Seriously, they're just shit. They're just aquarium temperature probes. Gosh, I paid $40 for these when really they're like $14 on eBay without the STC on them. But I can trust them. Why? Because I heated some water up and I tested temperatures and I put the calibrations into the units. So when it says it's 8 degrees, it's fucking 8 degrees. When this one says it's 13 degrees, it's 13 degrees. I'm not mashing at 54 degrees because my temperature probe says 65. I can trust all my brewing equipment. You guys, if you want to be good brewers out there, you must be able to trust your brewing equipment. if you can't trust your brewing equipment, then, you know, every time you do a brew, everything changes on you. You might mash in at different temperatures. You might want to create a dry lager, and all of a sudden you've got, you know, something that protein rests for an hour. You might want to create a stout, and you created a dry Guinness with an explosive amount of sugar in it, fermentable sugars. You might look at your pot and think that you've got 20 liters, but really you've got 15, so all your gravities are all fucked up. Everything's all fucked up. Guys, before you even crack a grain, before you even go and buy your grain, when you've got your equipment, check everything. Trust your equipment. Your hydrometers, check the calibration of your hydrometer. Your hydrometer might want to read at 16 degrees. It might want to read at 20 degrees. Check the little fine print on your hydrometer. Then you'll know exactly. There are conversion tools on the internet to convert temperatures into hydrometer readings. And these things you must know. You can't just drop a hydrometer in at 60 degrees and say, oh, that's my gravity, and then put it in a fridge at 15 degrees and go, oh, that's my gravity again, because that shit doesn't work. That makes you a shithouse brewer. Don't be a shithouse brewer. If you want beer, quality beer in your house, you must do the work. You must set your equipment up. It is imperative that you do this. Explore all the information on everything you're using. Look up mathematics on how to calculate the volume of a pot using its area, volume, height, circumference. It's really, really easy. I'm not going to go into that, guys, because I'm not into spoon feeding people. I just want you guys to do the work, trust in your equipment, as I do. And my beers are flawless, and I can replicate one beer after another. If I write a recipe and I put it in and I tweak it here and there, I can replicate that beer time and time again, because I can trust my fermentation fridges, which this one is going to crash chill, and I can trust my lager fridge at 13 degrees, which is sitting nicely. I've settled the parameters. I understand everything about what I'm doing. I've researched everything. I've put the time and effort into my hobby, my craft, or my obsession, my passion. You guys need to do the same thing. Bit pissy if I'm ranting. I don't know. Do you get the point? Like, seriously, like, don't just trust shit. Don't just plug it in and fuck, that's it. Oh, shit. And my beer tastes like shit. I've done something wrong. Yeah, you done something wrong. You didn't check everything. Every thermometer in your house, check it. Check it. Put a pot on. Heat it up. Put all your thermometers in a pot. You'll see the differences in them. They might be 0.5 of a degree. They might be a degree out. You know, write that down. Work it out. Work the calibrations out. Then drop the temperature probe off a digital thermometer in there and see what that reads. You can change them. You can, you know, guys, seriously, you must be able to trust in your brewing equipment. If you want to brew good beer, you must be able to trust your equipment. If you can't trust your equipment, mate, you're just back to the 1980s version of a home brewer, where you'd go to someone's house and they say, oh mate, I've brewed my own beer, you want to try? You go, fuck you, and you're out of there, because you know that's going to taste like shit water. Holy shit, fucking high ABV and taste like my asshole. That's pretty harsh, but yeah, I've fucking had too many of these. This is my second and a half, and I'll tell you what, guys, this is pretty good beer. But no, it's not pretty good. It's cheap, bang for buck. I'm really waiting for these two fridges here to pay off. Seriously, these beers that are coming, some of them are 6%, and this is gonna fuck me up, because the beer I've got on tap at the moment, guys, is like less than 2%. It's fucking nice beer, but it's a really nice clean lager, crisp, fucking nice lager. But you can have 20 schooners and not even have a buzz. It's what do they call it? Clayton's beer. Yeah, Clayton's beer. It's quite good, but not good when you just had a hard day at work and you just want to get pissy because the wife's not home. Fuck it. 3 beers and I'm fucking rooted. But yeah, guys, you gotta trust your equipment, seriously. I'm gonna upload this video straight off this phone because I gotta go to bed shortly. But remember, guys, seriously, there's a serious point in this video. I might have ranted and raved and bullshitted, but trust your equipment, guys. You got to be able to trust your equipment. You got to know that you're mashing it 61 or 62. And now I'm just iterating or reiterating or whatever. But if you can't trust your equipment, you might as well just fucking buy this crap. Cheers, guys. Remember, beer makes you smarter and drunker.